Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll show you how to recover layers after saving an image into a PNG or a JPEG format instead of a Krita file format. As you may know, saving anything as a PNG or JPEG format flattens the illustration or image into a single layer. So how can we recover the line art layer and all the other color layers? Surprisingly enough, it's super simple. Let me show you. When you open a PNG image, the background is the image. Our first step will be to rename the layer. I am going to rename my layer Angry Pug. Next, we need to create a new layer to serve as a background, so let's create it. Now move it underneath the Angry Pug layer. The only thing left to do is fill that layer with a color. As always, you can lock the background if you want. In the menu, go to Layer. Choose Split. Select Split Layer. A new panel opens with multiple functions. Let's have a closer look. First, there is a small drop-down menu with two options. The first option is Split into Layers. This option allows the different colors of the image to be split into paint layers, meaning that the software, Krita, will separate the colors to the best of its ability and then organize them into separate layers. Split into Local Selection Masks. The different colors of the image are going to be outlined as a selection, and selection masks will be created. Therefore, this time, what we will see won't be layers of paint, but layers of selections. Since we want to separate the colors of our illustration, we'll choose the first option. Check the first box, as we want all the new layers to be organized within a group. When Krita is done separating the colors, not only it will organize them into layers within that group, but it will also name the group for us. Leave the second option unchecked. We don't need to attribute a group for each color we separate. The option Alpha Lock every new layer is optional. I usually leave that box unchecked. Check Hide the original layer. This way, when the software is done separating the colors, it will turn off the original layer. This is done to avoid any confusion. Uncheck this box. By doing so, it will put the darkest color to the very top of the group. Finally, check the last box. We want to disregard the opacity. We are almost done. The fuzziness slider that you see here plays a crucial role. The higher the value, the less precise Krita becomes at sorting colors. So to ensure the best accuracy, aim to keep the values between 10 and 25. I'll type 14. Hit Enter to validate the new value. Now please keep in mind that you may have to adjust this setting for every single new project. Finally, this icon represents the color palettes. Click on it to display all available palettes. Choose a palette to use for naming your layers. I am going to choose this one. So what will happen is that Krita will compare the colors of each layer with that palette and assign the layer with the most suitable name. We are done. We just need to click Apply. As you can see, the layer that contained our original image is turned off. Krita created a group and named it Color. When we open it, the line art is on the top of a group because it is the darkest color. All layers have a color name coming from the color palette I chose earlier. I am going to move the line art outside the group. I want to make sure that the line art is clean. To do so, I just need to turn off the color group. And it is clean. All right, let's turn off the line art and check each color layer. I am going to turn off all the layers and check them one by one. Okay, the first layer is clean. Let's look at the second one, and it is clean too. Here we have a little artifact on the third layer, and if I zoom in, you will see some faint lines. There is a trick. Grab the magic wand and select the brown color. We are going to move the brown on a new layer on the top. Hit Ctrl-Shift+J, and now only the selected brown color has moved to the top. We can now delete the original layer that contained the artifacts. Let's move on. This layer is clean. However, the color palette I chose didn't have a color near that one, so it called it white. And we can obviously see that it is not white. So let me rename it with a more appropriate name. I'll call it rose gold, why not? The next layer is clean. This one is empty and this one is empty. So I'm going to remove them very quickly. And finally, the last layer is clean. So we are done. We have successfully separated our line art and the colors. We can now save this work as a Krita file. I hope you found this little tutorial helpful. I'll see you in 2025, but expect a short animation between Christmas and New Year's. Wishing you a wonderful and a safe end of the year celebration. Happy holidays and Happy New Year.